What's up? This is Jake and Kristen with Hike 734, and today we're hiking the Siyeh Pass Trail in the St. Mary area of Glacier National Park. We started out over by Siyeh Bend and went all the way up and over Siyeh Pass and then down by Sunriff Gorge. And man, what a beautiful morning. Nice and cool as fall's approaching, and started out over by the nice pretty creeks over by Siyeh Creek, where it goes over by Siyeh Bend, and just started working our way up through the trees, and then eventually popped out into the cool meadows where we got to the trail junction, and then just turned right up Siyeh Pass towards Preston Park. And just so pretty, just great views looking back out, and just looking just up the drainage, and gradually just coming to some little tiny pocket lakes, which are really pretty. And yeah, continued our way up. I'm just looking over at Mount Siyeh and Cracker, and just all the cool summits around there. And broke above Preston Park, where there was a bunch of lovely rocks, and there's a bunch of switchbacks there, and we switched back our way up there. And earlier in the day we got our first glimpse of a little bit of fresh season snow, and then there was definitely a lot more of it as we got higher up on the rocks. Not crazy amounts, but definitely some for sure. And so but yeah, it gets really cool. There's a pass that's unnamed, and that goes from the Siyeh drainage there all the way up and over to Boulder Creek. And that's just a really pretty area. And then finally a couple more switchbacks, and we made it up to Siyeh Pass proper, and just beautiful views. This is one of our favorite hikes in the park. We like doing it a little bit earlier so we get a lot more flowers, but yeah, just lots of epic views. And then of course turning down into the Bering Creek drainage there. Yeah, just wonderful views looking out. And yeah, just started working our way down that. We were going fast and light today again, and so we got to do a little bit of trail running as we came down and looked over at Sexton Glacier. And yeah, just changing views as we work our way down. And it kind of goes from rocks with just little creeks flowing through there to little pockets of trees. And yeah, it just kind of changes. Ran into a handful of Bighorn Sheep there, and with some lambs, which is always fun. We've seen a lot of those this year. And yeah, just beyond that, dropped down to some nice rocky areas, looking at the creek that's coming out of Sexton Glacier, and that's where Bering Creek is, and we ended up getting close to that later on. But first, we came through these big, wide open meadows. We also went through these nice stands of trees with tons of huckleberries, and we slowed down and just walked through those, giving out a bunch of hayos, keeping our eyes out for bears because they like huckleberries, and I didn't want to jump on any of them. But yeah, opened up into some more meadows, and yeah, eventually we switched back through these really cool old trees that got burned a few years ago. And we noticed that they were short, and then we crossed down and got close to the creek, and then as we were going through that, just the wonderful red rocks and the pools, and just lots of cascades along Bering Creek. It's super pretty, and it actually would be worth it if you were at Sunriff Gorge just to come on up and check out some of those pools, because they're super pretty. But then yeah, just past that, went into another burned forest, nice spooky forest that kind of whistles, but notice the trees are a lot taller because as we got lower, the trees got taller. And then coming out over here by Sunriff Gorge, and just a really pretty day. Like I said, not as many flowers as we normally see, because normally we're doing this earlier in the year, but still really pretty, lots of awesome views, and a little bit of smoky haze as we came over by St. Mary Lake. But yeah, overall super pretty. So anyways, this is Jake and Kristen with Hike 734, hiking Siyeh Pass in the St. Mary area of Glacier National Park. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and head on over to hike734.com for more goodness.